Previously on Legends of Aelos. Returning to the Fated Five, they are about to be regaled the story of Martisan Ethuel, or at least how he came about coming to his currently disrobed state. The half-elf bard recalls success in plying his trade on the road, and how this led to his hiring of a mercenary group whilst en route to Lake Grasp, their leader and individual named KDL. It isn't long after he had hired these surly individuals, however, that they turned sides and leave him for dead in a grazing field for cattle, after they relieved him of his personal effects, of course. Seeing his plight to be genuine, and even though his personality might be a bit abrasive to some, the party elects to assist the gentleman bard in reacquiring his stolen belongings, and getting a bit of vengeance against those who had crossed him. Firstly, though, they elect to assist him by getting him bathed, clothed, fed, and rested. After an ad hoc shower, courtesy of Karun, Asher provides some simple buckskin pants to cover what's left of the bard's decency, and the group gathers to bed down for the evening. Rowan notices during first watch that there is a storm front coming, the webbed lightning arcing through the clouds. Unfortunately, the front is on them fairly quickly, and the downpour starts to come at the end of Rowan's watch, when he elects to rouse the entire party so they can set about fashioning some simple shelters to protect them from the rain. Collectively, they are able to muster up a large enough shelter for 5, which is sufficient as at least one person will be on watch, so the remaining that are resting will be covered. Apparently, however, the storm itself seems to take some offense to the group's attempts at shelter, as a bolt shoots down from on high and connects with the 2-person shelter that Briar and Karun are currently using, destroying it and singeing them. Replacing the shelter is a ball of electrical energy that eventually forms into a lightning elemental about the size of a halfling, which promptly engages the party. One issue that becomes apparent to the party is that melee damage is not without consequence, Rowan making contact with his blades only to receive a shock as the energy of the being's body discharges into Rowan's arms. Fortunately, the group is prepared to deal damage at range, and somehow, miraculously, Karun, with nothing but simple cantrips left at his disposal, summons down a radiant beam of sacred light, and the elemental blips out of existence, only to reappear in 2 smaller forms, seemingly having split. Rowan and Briar use steel and stone to rock the world of one of the 2 remaining elemental fragments, and with a scathingly insulting taunt from Martisan crippling the last creature, Asher knocks the being prone, while Karun musters another sacred flame. It cuts through the storm and obliterates the final fragment, the remaining clouds parting along with the creature. The remainder of the night is less eventful, though Asher does receive a foreboding message from a canine messenger in the night, and with the weather improved now, the party finally finishes their rest. In the morning, the 5+1 go about morning routines and preparation before setting off towards Lowell again. Most of the trip is spent with Martisan learning about the party when eventually they encounter the remains of an ambush. After some investigation, the group, with Martisan's confirmation, determined that KDL's party must have been ambushed by another bandit party. Evidence found in the corpse of one of her lackeys being present, and Heron, a lone survivor of the assaulting party, minus a hand for his troubles, confirms their speculations. Despite this wounded man being a bandit himself, the party elects to save him from his fate and permits him to travel with them to Lowell. He does provide some modicum of insight as to what transpired, and the group certainly keeps him under surveillance. Martisan is also able to scavenge a workable enough outfit from the remains of the fight before they continue down the trail until nightfall in camp. Briar and Karun take full watch together this time, taking advantage of their elven trance states. During the night, they see many small humanoid figures drawing a cart down the road away from the direction of Lowell, with little murmurs emanating from the group. They elect to let it pass, but make note of it in the morning to the others. In the morning, they briefly speculate on the group in the night being potentially goblins, as the weapons of the guests are returned to them for the last leg of the journey. Again, Martisan returns to learning of the party, especially in regards of how best to push Briar's buttons, and the group finally makes their first destination in Lowell. Heron finally parts from the group, and Martisan reiterates that he would like to set about finding his belongings that might be in the seedier parts of town, Lowell is small, but it has districts and some are far less savory than others. Heading through the town square, a priestess of the Temple of Light is seen tending to the feet of the destitute and downtrodden as the party makes their way towards the treasured booty in hopes of gleaning some information, some members more excited than others about visiting a brothel. It isn't long before it is made clear that this is certainly Katie's establishment, namely her presence being a dead giveaway, as well as her horrendous attempts at playing the lute formerly belonging to Martizan. Eventually, the five in Martizan are noticed by her, and she invites over a member to show her how to play the lute properly, to which Corun obliges. He is successful in performing slightly better than her, despite having no real experience with the lute, though he is able to impress her when he performs on his dulcimer for her. She loves it so much that she elects it would probably be better if she were to just pawn off the old lute, as she hasn't the time or the disposition to pick it up. But before anyone could make an offer to purchase it, Martizan perks up with an exclamation of, "No, it wouldn't." And it is from here we shall continue the story of the Legends of Aelos. Scene.
Welcome back. So, here we are, gathered around the table as our dear companion, Martizan, has made his presence known to KTL. I'm gonna roll a dice, because he is in disguise.
Rolling on 20.
No. I gotta see what her stats are. Okay. As Martizan stands up and says, "No, it wouldn't," you see as KDL kind of just stops, stares up at him, kind of like, "Oh, really?" Kind of that look, that demeanor. And he says, I've actually dabbled in music a bit myself. Do you mind if I try, perhaps?" And she kind of looks up at him. I'll roll another dice. It's a persuasion check from Martizan to her. Wait, hold on. How do I show this to you guys? It's a pink dice. It's the pink dice. Oh no, it rolled. Okay, it was a nat 20. It was a nat 20.
Okay, yeah, we believe you. We believe you.
Nice.
Okay.
We will accept the roll.
Nice.
That couldn't have been. Okay. All right.
Can I roll a deception check on that? Like, no, we believe you.
No. He's rolling a persuasion because he's being truthful, but he's trying to say, like,
Yeah.
hey, can I play the lute?
I know. I'm kidding.
And on her perception check, she only rolled a 13. So,
Nice.
and she doesn't have modifiers, so
Sucks to suck.
sucks to suck. And with that, him saying that, he kind of just like holds his hand out, and she holds on to it a little bit. All right, show me what you got. Hands it to him. You see, as he receives the lute, he kind of. This is a song I've been working on, and well, I've been without a lute of my own for a bit of time here now. But let me see what I can come up with here. And he begins to play. There once was a bastard lass. She was a right big pain in my ass. She left me in the filth and the gutter. I swore revenge and I swore that I'd cut her. And now I look upon the bastard lass. And now I've found her at last. And he stares daggers. And you see her kind of shift in her seat a little bit. And by this point, you can see she's uneasy. He actually did cast a spell. He cast Taunt on her. And I'm gonna roll a save.
Rowan's gonna
So-
kind of like watch, eyes on her, eyes on him, eyes on her, eyes on him, just kind of just assessing the situation. Like,
I think we're all doing that. We're just like,
Yeah, we're all like-
yeah.
Okay.
Asher's like sinking back into the seat, like, oh fuck, this is gonna happen.
Rowan's gonna
Okay.
kind of shift his boot over to Asher, kind of like, keep it cool, keep it cool. Not say it, but like, as in a keep
Yeah.
it kind of a thing.
It's a
And
DC
Briar
of
is just
12 charisma. She rolled a nat 20.
Wow, they're already hot in it.
Okay.
This is getting good.
brush off that spell.
Okay.
She kind of shifts in her seat, and you see her kind of roll perception check. Actually, somebody that is near, probably Karan. You would do this.
Okay, is soft 2016 plus 4.
Soft 20.
Would it be somebody sitting next to Karen, you said?
Dirty.
Or sitting next to her, KDL.
Yeah, and I sat down right next to her to
Yeah.
perform.
You see, as you're on her left, sitting there, you see her kind of shift her hand down to the right, and you see leaned up against the chair next to her is actually a crossbow. And the taunt is a bonus action. And what is our friend Martison going to do?
Didn't we give him another
He-
name?
What?
Didn't we give him another? Did we give him another name when we came into the bar? Or am I crazy?
We
We
I
didn't
don't
do
think
that.
you
I
did
don't
come
think
up
we
with
gave him
name
a
for-
pseudonym. Yeah, I don't think we gave
No.
him. Yeah.
We didn't give him
Whoa.
a pseudonym. Nope.
Hey, you guy.
Yeah.
In this moment of him staring daggers into her and her getting kind of shifty and uncomfortable, and him realizing that the spell didn't seem to quite land, he slams his hand on the lute, and this thunderous shoots from the sound hole of this, and so this will be okay, a Constitution saving throw for these friends here. And let me roll some dice. What is the DC? Okay, so, all right. She fails. And let me just roll for all of them. They succeed. Okay, but they still take half as he casts Thunder Wave. And this thunder comes out in a cube originating from his source here. Let me roll some. That's not the one I need. This is the one I need. Oh, that's an 8 and a 3. 11 points of thunder damage for her. At that, who wants to roll some initiative?
Do we have a choice?
I'm ready to
Um,
fucking fight.
Well,
stupid
people are
Martison.
ready to fight. You don't necessarily have to on your turn attack, but Actions have been taken.
So is she holding her crossbow now? Or is
At
it
this
still
point,
next to
she has
her?
not picked it up.
This
So
is good information. Thank you kindly, good sir.
Yeah, that's why I've been watching that the whole.
Okay.
Yep.
So 20. Oh, wait, I'll wait.
Okay, yeah, let me launch this. Okay. Karun, initiative.
17.
Nice. Briar,
Dirty 20.
dirty 20. Ace,
15.
15. Rowan,
22.
22. Asher,
6.
6. And there it is. Let me roll Marty's. Ooh, not good. It's okay. He had his turn. He cheatsy doodled. So that will be close to. So that's his. Let me roll. Okay. Not bad. Okay. And not great, but not bad. Okay. They'll be right there. All right. So, right off the bat, she takes 11 thunder damage, while they each take half. And we are at the top of the line, Rowan.
So can you
What
tell
are you
me
trying to do,
how
my
they're
friend?
how are they looking? Like, are they standing up? Are they ready to come at?
They are standing up, weapons drawn. Two of them have crossbows. These were two on the kind of other side of the table. The one that walked out from like the basement room, he's kind of like amidst you guys on the other side of the table, like your guys' side of the table, sword drawn.
Okay. And how is she looking?
You see her actually reach away from her crossbow on the side, and not even doesn't quite look like she's reaching for her weapon either. She's starting to reach her hand out towards him.
Rowan is gonna kind of go up to Martison. Oh, I think you've had enough to drink. I think you're this whatever you're drinking, we need to stop that. You are way too intoxicated, and this fires you up. I don't know what he did, and I am so sorry.
Roll a deception check.
Oh, that was a ride. That was it. At first it rolled a 19, then it turned to a 3. So that's a 6 deception.
That's
Oh wait,
6.
6. No,
deception.
0%. It's a 3. It's just a 3. It's a 3.
Just a 3. Okay. The look in his eyes does not suggest anything that he has any alcohol. It only looks like he has rage and intent. And he looks pretty sober.
Okay. Rowan is going to just take his action and wait.
Mhm.
So speaking is a bonus action, correct?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna allow? Are you gonna?
That yeah, for this.
Because I was gonna pull out my swords if I see that initiative, like, oh, he's serious kind of a thing. No, I'll just wait. I'll be ready and attack if she attacks me or anything, or anybody attacks me.
So, I will. All right, you're holding your action. You're holding your action to draw your swords, or holding your action to.
I don't think I can draw my swords. I have the bonus action draw my swords. So, I basically will have to use my fists, right? You're rolling DM.
If you're trying to hold an attack, based on like them acting, you'll use whatever's in your hands. At the
But
time.
what I'm saying is that I would like to pull my swords out, but that was a bonus action to speak. Bonus action to draw my weapons.
I was giving that basically as a free action. So if you want a bonus action draw your swords, that's fine.
Okay, I want to do that then. Rowan's gonna kind of pull, like, basically has his hands on his swords as if he's drawing them out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Briar.
Oh boy. Briar's going to be looking around, like, why isn't Rowan killing people? Maybe I should not be killing the people. And I'm going. Okay, so clarification: if someone's not holding the object, does it still roll a like dexterity save if I'm going to catapult something that's not being held?
Let me check. Is there like a weight limit on catapult? I doubt it's more than
yeah. It's like
probably,
5 pounds.
if you're trying to catapult the crossbow, you can probably do that right now. 1 to 5 pounds. I doubt it's more than 5 pounds. So.
Okay, so Briar is going to ready catapult on the crossbow, and if she's going to actively start reaching for it, I'm going to yoink that.
Yoink.
Yes, because it is just gonna. I'm going to yoink it towards above Karan.
Okay.
Like arching over him, not like directly above where it's gonna bloop him on the head because he's my friendo.
Appreciate that.
But like towards him, because literally any other direction, if it's going 90 feet, I don't want other people have it. So.
Okay. So holding your action as well, Karan, what would you like to do?
You said that she's reaching her hand out towards Martisan, right? I'm going to grab at her hand, and if I'm able to successfully grab on, I'm going to hold a spell.
Okay.
Ready a spell.
Okay, so it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to grapple, then we'll do a grapple check. If you're trying to, like, it would be essentially like, if you're trying to do, like, inflict wounds or whatever, something like that, that would be making the attack to see if
So
you can be like, I guess for your hold action, you can be like, I'm going to hold, like, I'm reaching for her hand right now kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So literally,
make contact is.
Gotcha. Because I'm looking to reach out. I'm not necessarily going to try to restrain her, but based on how she reacts to me grabbing on, if she holds herself, I won't discharge. Or if she tries to continue the attack on the Martisan or break free, I shall discharge.
Okay.
I'm not trying to subdue her.
Gotcha. Okay.
So do you want me to make the attack now, or even though I'm technically not actually going to?
Yeah, if you're holding it, all that the only difference is like whether you're doing this or whether you're like right here. So like
basically, like I'm on the cusp of, based on what she's going to do to Martisan, is if I'm going to like and actually commit the attack. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. You're about to find out.
Cool.
Because it's her turn.
Lovely.
You see, as from her hand, some fire starts to form in her hand as she kind of like this towards Martisan, and a firebolt erupts from her palm.
Okay.
So there's a whole lot of held actions that are about to take place as this happens, but let me roll hers first on Martisan. Okay, so this is ranged spell attack. Okay. What's her stats on that? Okay, so... And then let me check his... That just hits. That is his armor class. Okay. You see, as this fire erupts from her palm and engulfs... Martison, let me roll the damage on that. Just a D10. Roll that. Okay, not bad. He takes 9 points of fire damage.
Oof.
Go. And anything else that does? It isn't being worn or carried. Nope, nothing else was hit. Okay. So that is that.
So who's going first for their held action?
We'll start with Rowan.
Okay.
Since you were the first one to hold your action.
A 16 plus 5, so 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and then and it's not ignited, so 1d8 plus 3. Oh man, 1 plus 3, so 4 slashing damage.
4 slashing damage. She's
dead. She's yeah.
She's
Sure
thrown
got him,
down.
boys.
That
Sure
was
got him.
Fight's over. Okay, Briar. Well, I guess your held action was if she was reaching for the crossbow.
Yeah, if she's going for her crossbow, then
She
it
did
goes
not.
zoop, and she is not so.
Okay, so we go to Karan. She
All
she
right.
shot a firebolt.
I'm going to grab her arm and I will
right.
touch her.
So it would be roll for an attack.
Yep.
I just imagine
Oh
here, like,
boy, this spell is scary.
19 plus 6, so
Plus
25.
Some stuff that will hit. Roll some damage. Roll some d10.
All right. D10. 1, 2. I need to buy more D10. That is one thing I need. All right, so 2 7s.
oh boy. Oh,
Bye,
Oh,
bud.
bye bye.
the
It was
suspense.
too much damage. It was too much
much.
damage.
Too much.
Not even
So-
Discord can take that much damage.
Right?
Was it that much damage?
Did it-
What?
For the suspense.
Yeah.
It was a third
much?
7. So 3
A
7s,
third
so
7.
21. A third 7. Trip 7s,
Nice.
if you will. 21
With
damage.
that, this necrotic energy just kind of almost looks like it travels through Karan's veins and what little you can see of his kind of kimono sleeve as it extends through his hand and into her arm as she shoots out this fireball and he grabs on. You see her kind of like writhe like this after the fireball erupts and the veins kind of blacken as it travels up her arm and she's and she's looking pretty hurt. That was a good attack. That was a good attack. We are to Ace.
And I just like a little flavor thing. Briar is very concentrated on Karon's like attack he just did, and him as a person. So she's like
Right.
laser fucking focused.
Good reminder. Hey, Karan, how would you like to roll a wisdom saving throw?
I shall hopefully throw a decent one.
Briar will remember these.
Whew. Okay. All right. That's 18 plus 4. So 22.
The thought creeps into the back of your mind of your past experience with doing something like that and feeling the usual unease. But this time there's no There's no response. There's no feeling. And that in and of itself is somewhat unnerving. As it seems to have no impact on you as you've used this necrotic energy. Ace.
Out of curiosity, can I see the girls that you said that were in a group? What was it? An elf, a dwarf, and a halfling?
It was a half elf, 2 humans, and a dwarf. Yeah.
Where are they? Are they in
They're
a
kind
safe
of like-
distance?
Yeah, so they would be like behind Martison, probably more back in the back right corner. So like if the door's here, the camera's flipped here. But if door's here on the left, this is my left, is your guys' table and all the stuff that's going. In the back corner of this establishment is where they were sitting with the door kind of beside the door there. And you see actually as this is transpiring, Raffin, the barkeep, you see him like disappear behind the bar, and then like in a little bit of a moment he's heading towards the cellar door.
Okay. Ace is going to try and direct these girls and get into the room now for your safety, and trying to almost direct them if he needs to, kind of, not so much like force them, but like really trying to get them to go into that room to get them out of safety. So if there's a check I need to make for that, that's kind of what he'd be doing.
I would say no. They're not trying to. They don't need persuasion to try to get out of harm's way. But what you do see is, as Raffin makes his way to this door, he kind of opens it and just squeezes in himself, and he looks like he's about ready to shut it behind him, as the girls are making their way to the door.
Wasn't there a cellar that one of them just left out
That's
with
where
the
he's
dude?
going. Yeah. That's where he's
okay.
going in
So
there,
he's-
about to shut it behind him and lock everybody out.
So am I able to get there before he shuts it and stop him?
It's not quite shut yet. Yeah.
So can I stop him from shutting it?
Yeah, I'd say use your movement and give me a strength check.
Oh darn!
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong
Oh
boy,
no,
yes.
strength, my
check.
weakness.
Oh, my
For a
weakness.
barbarian, oh no.
It's actually not that high too, because I rolled low. This is a 12.
Let me roll his.
I'm just imagining like the
You
Hulk
win.
going like,
Okay,
"Ugh."
you rolled 10.
Nice. He almost beats me, but still, doesn't matter.
You feel as he like yanks it shut with his like 2 arms and putting his whole body into it. You swing it back open and just kind of stand there as he's like, I just wanted to go.
You forgot a couple people, and then I'm just gonna push those girls in and then
All right.
shut the door. And if that's too much, I'll wait till next round.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll allow that. Okay. Perfect. So that will be your turn. It's the mercenaries' turn, or at least yes. They, seeing the damage that Karun just caused,
Ooh.
the 2 behind the table are gonna point out their crossbows. Ooh, that's a 12 to hit for 1.
Nope.
And that 1 should hit. That's 20 total to hit.
Yeah.
And that will be... Ooh, okay, 6 on the 6. That is 8 piercing damage as a crossbow bolt right across the table makes its way kind of right into your shoulder. Okay, and the other one, seeing Rowan also attacking KDL, is going to roll...
Hey, Olsen.
Yes?
What's the distance between them? Because isn't there, if he's super close, there's a disadvantage on the
Within
other.
5
That's
feet.
a good point.
Yes.
Let me roll
Mhm.
disadvantage on that. That's 17 to hit, so that should still hit. Yeah.
Still hits,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
So, okay. All right. Rowan, welcome back. the spy on your guys' side of the table here is going to roll a natural 1 on one of his attacks and roll a 5 on his other. He's gonna swing and miss with his short sword twice here. And we move to that was against Rowan, yeah, so he misses twice. And we move to our friend Martison, as he is going to at the center of the table. Man, okay. I need this would be blind, a part of this as well, but all the other ones would be hit, but also blind in this, as this loud ringing noise just erupts from kind of behind these this group, but in this kind of area of effect. Karun, you do take some of this. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie. That is an 11 plus 3. It's a 14.
Okay. That succeeds. So, but let me roll theirs. That succeeds. That succeeds. That succeeds. That fails. Okay. So let me roll the dice here. Okay. Math. So what's half of 15 in D&D?
It's 7.
It's 7 and a
You always
half.
round down.
So it is 7 points of thunder damage. As this loud ringing noise just cracks through the room.
Can I use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements on Karun?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Is thunder
actually,
considered an element or
yeah,
lightning?
it is.
Yeah.
It does? Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
lightning.
Yeah. So I also have absorb elements. Are we all getting hit with it, or is it just
Nope.
Karon?
It's just me.
Karun. He
I'm
tried
within
to
range
he
'cause
tried to
I'm right next
mitigate
to
by
her.
putting it behind them, but since he's right next to him and everybody else is like on the other side of the table, it's a 10-foot radius. So
Okay.
Absorb element is only on yourself, though. You can't cast it on someone else.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
then. Never
Okay.
mind.
Okay.
So I just
Damn
take
it.
7
Thank you,
damage.
Seth. Good to know.
I'm sorry.
And that was
No?
a bard. That
I
was
don't
a bard
want-
that did that.
I'm not. I thank you. I didn't look it up. Okay. So yeah, you will take 7, and one of them will take 15. Ooh. Let's give it to this boy. And they're all looking pretty hurt. She is looking especially hurt currently. So we are to Asher.
Okay, well, I will give her a stabby stab with my sword.
All right, roll for an attack.
That's a 19 plus 3, so 21. And then that's... 5 damage.
Asher.
And then my bonus action, I will heal Karun with Healing Word.
But first, how would you like to do this?
Wow,
For
we're not going to try to
KDL.
talk to her. Oh no, wow.
Oh,
Hey, in our defense, Martisan gave us very little option for that.
yeah.
Blame Martisan. Blame Martisan.
I imagine what Asher's just going to do is he's going to come up and just, like, basically hack her hand off.
Hack her hand off. All right. Her.
Because, like, she's reaching over the table, so the only thing he really hit is just, like, right at the arm.
Harry will remember this. Or
This
Harry
little pops
liked
up
that.
in the screen.
Harry liked that. Yeah. Okay. So she falls.
And then 1d4 plus 4. You get 6 health, Karun.
Nice. Thank you.
And that's my turn.
Nice. And we move back to Rowan.
Well, my idea is chopped. I was going to try to grapple her, but
I mean, you can. She's just not going to fight back much.
She just won't fight back much at this point.
I mean, yeah, that's what Rowan's going to do is pick her up and kind of grapple her and tell everybody to stand down.
Roll an
like
insight
this.
check for me.
It's not bad. Okay. 19 plus 1, 20. A dirty 20.
As you say this and you kind of try to gauge their intentions, they do not appear to be letting their guard down. It seems like they're still in the fight.
Okay, Rowan's gonna hold her and kind of put her in a lock to where, you know, she's gonna be done if she tries to do any saves. But, I mean, he's gonna put on that facade, but Rowan, no, it's not like that. But...
Okay.
And
I guess with that, roll me a deception check.
Yeah. I'll roll a deception.
I'll let you choose deception or intimidation.
Intimidation for Rowan for sure. I guess it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But I guess to kind of flavor it up, you just kind of imagine Rowan holding her with the sword, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
15 flat. Intimidation.
Oof. Okay. You see, as two of them don't seem shook by you kind of threatening. One of them kind of has like a look like, oh no, that's boss kind of thing. But the other two seem to still be in the fight.
With that, I'm gonna bonus action ignite the flame. I should have done that before to kind of a little bit of flavor to it. But that's a 16, so it ignited.
All right. Okay. We will move to Briar.
So we are killing these guys. Yes. Okay.
No, Rowan's gonna. Are you speaking out loud to everybody?
No. I just still have Briar voice on. Sorry. So you're just being intimidating.
Rowan doesn't want to kill anybody.
Yeah. Okay. So
He's trying
I'm going to cast Hideous Laughter on one of the guys.
So for
And
me, that is
A wisdom save of 13, and I've got to think of a joke.
I was trying to diffuse the situation.
wisdom. Huh, okay. That is 13. It's 11 plus 2.
I have no jokes then.
So wait, does that save or does that not save technically?
It
Doesn't it
saves.
save?
It
Yeah,
hit-
it
okay,
saves.
so it hit the DC. All right.
So
So-
instead, I'm just going to blow a kiss at him, a wink, and that's it. I'm just.
As you do, you know.
Yes.
All right. Karan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use the one that shot me is the one that looks the most or the least damaged. Of
The one
remaining.
that shot you looks like the most damaged.
The most damaged. Okay. All right. That might actually be a waste. There's one standing right next to him, though, right?
Yeah. So they would be like KDL right here, one right here, one right here, you right here. They both just went and try to shoot you, and then there's one right beside
Okay,
you,
perfect.
in between you and Rowan, basically.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that one that's off to my left. The two that are facing me. The one that's standing right next to the one that shot me that looks pretty effed up. How does he look pretty? Or is he like, eh?
He was the one that was kind of like,
Okay. All right. So he's the one who's like a little damaged. The one that shot me is the one that's definitely. You know, I know. I'm gonna retaliate against the one that shot me.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him with Sacred Flame.
wait, let me roll
14
in
dex
D&D
check.
Beyond here. I don't have his character sheet anymore. Okay.
That's
I
fine.
swear if I save, it's a 2. You succeed.
Yay! Yay!
I was like, I swear
All
if
right.
I save now, I've lost all trust.
All right. That does that's 5 damage.
Ooh, good to know. Oh, why is that happening? Thank you. Do 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 do. Oh God, things are happening.
What happened? What happened?
Uh,
Cascade overflow.
OBS is being silly goober. Let me just fix some things.
Oh, yes, I see now.
Are we good now? That'll have to do for now. Okay. All right. So, what was the damage on that?
It was 5. It was only 5 damage.
Only
Or, well, I
5
guess it's-
is enough. As this
Hey.
scorches his poor skin, he falls. And there are 2 remaining.
Gonna use a
Speaking
bonus
of-
action too.
You're going to use a
Go ahead.
bonus action? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just gonna use Healing Word to heal myself. That's all.
Okay. All right. Hey. Ace, what would you like to do?
Hey, so
That's 8.
Ace would already be raging, pretty much. Or do you want me to go ahead and use a bonus action this time? to
You never
rage?
clarified when you were like within initiative.
Got you.
it would
So
be a
bonus action. Bonus action. He's going to rage. Action. He's going to go up to the third mercenary guy, the one that probably just got done and is the closest to that room.
Mhm. So this is the one
and
in
get-
between Karan and Rowan.
Yeah, so he's going to go up to him, and I'm imagining he's behind him. So would that give me that flanking opportunity, which is like a
You would have
+2?
flanking because he's in between both of them anyway. So yeah, add the +2
Perfect.
to your attack.
Perfect. Okay, so Ace is going to do that, and he's got 1 attack. So he is going to come up and try to shoulder or hit this guy right in the ribs, right in the side
Okay.
there.
Roll for an attack.
17 plus 6 plus 2. It's a lot. Plus 8. So 25 to hit.
That's more than his max HP. It would have killed him in 1 hit. Okay. Yep.
Well, that wasn't damage. That was just a hit.
That was to hit. Oh, okay.
That was just a hit. Yeah. No.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry to clarify that.
Well, now you know that that's more than his.
Now
max
I
HP.
know.
Now
Good
you
to
roll
know,
damage.
good
He
to
rolls
know.
like 30 something.
Right?
Right?
High. Okay.
Our boy.
10, 12, 12 points of damage.
That'll still do it. At this point, 'cause he was a little bit damaged.
If people are not trying to kill people, can I make that like an unarmed attack? Like to try and knock his wind out, I guess? Not rip into his chest and pull his heart. You know what I'm saying? The difference in punching.
Say when you're trying to do that, I think you have to make it like a bludgeoning unarmed attack where you're like, I think they're in that range. Like if you get them down, usually the way that I think about it is like, I'm trying to make this a non-lethal attack, so I'm going to use like the bludgeoning default damage or whatever, because I think they're within that range.
Okay.
So you can see if you do that, it would be less damage. It would be like the default whatever your damage is, and if it doesn't knock him out, then it wouldn't be effective. Does that make sense?
What would be my default damage then, I guess?
Is yours always show up as just an unarmed? It would be I think 5 plus your strength modifier. I think.
For a hit?
For just a punch. Yeah. Like a
For just
unarmed,
a regular punch, it's your
do you not
strength.
have an unarmed attack listed?
I have an unarmed strike, yes.
Yeah, so it would
but
be
this
that damage. It'd be that damage.
Okay. Okay. Well, I guess then that's what I will do. So it's 9 points of damage.
He does not go down with that.
Okay.
Yep. He has 1 HP left.
Wait. Time out.
Okay.
I didn't add the +2 for my rage. Would I still get to add that then? The +2 to damage?
+2 from your rage? That would do it. Okay.
Okay, so then it's
I guess for this
11.
case anyway, I will say that he's at 1 HP, so like he's unconscious but stable, if that makes sense.
okay. That works. I'm sorry about that. I forgot about my
No, that's
+2
fine.
to rage.
That's fine. It was hilarious because I'm like looking at the 10, you're like 9. I'm like, okay, all right. So, that finishes your turn. It is now his turn. He's gonna retaliate.
Saving throw.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. Okay, so yeah, let me make some death saving. He can't retaliate. He's unconscious. That succeeds. Okay. So there's one. The other one, who is across the table, he is going. He's going to disengage and try to book it out the door. So that is his action.
This is which one again? The one that next to the one
This
that
is
I downed?
the last
or-
one standing at this point, yeah.
And that was
So
the one
this-
next to the one I downed.
This, yes, on the other
Is
side
he
of the
gonna
table,
run
the one
by-
that tried to shoot at you.
Yes.
He wouldn't necessarily run by anyone because this is the table on the left. He's on this side. Doors over here. He's basically just like booking it, away from everybody. And he disengaged, so there's no opportunity.
There's no
He used
opportunity to-
action disengaged, so there's no
Briar's good.
opportunity.
Gonna look back at Rowan and be like, I really hope there's not more of them elsewhere.
That would be unfortunate. Something in my
Something
eye.
in my eye.
I was gonna say, who said that? Did Martison say that, or did the DM tell us?
Actually,
Like, that would be
As he
unfortunate.
makes his way right out the door, speaking of Martison, whose turn it is now,
So
what
when you stop
could
him.
do this? He's gonna slam the loot again, and he's gonna cast Thunder Wave. So our friend here, is going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Martison is the type to shoot a man in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely is.
You guys don't like Martison? Why not?
I mean, to be fair,
no.
they did leave him naked in the
There's
field.
no plus on the
Yeah.
con for this guy.
But it's like just
He
naked.
fails. So whatever this full damage is.
We only saw his teeny peeny. Like, what's the big deal?
Okay. This is the dice I need. This guy also has 10 HP. And Marty just did 9. So he's still...
Did the same rules apply to this one as the prior?
He was not
Down, but
trying to be
stable.
non-lethal. So,
Okay.
yeah. He has 1 HP as we come to Asher's turn. Sorry for giving away the HP, but I just find it really hilarious sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
The numbers are funny.
At this point, we
Well-
would have deduced it anyways.
Well, that did not go as. I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him as he's running out the door.
Okay.
He's going to have to. I think he gets advantage because we're
Ooh.
attacking him.
We
I
didn't
don't know if
just
he
try
needs
to
it.
kill you.
He
like
rolled
we
a
did
natural 17. I don't know if he has any plus.
Yeah, no,
What
he's-
is it?
he's fine.
Charisma
It-
or
Uh,
wisdom?
Wisdom save of 14.
Okay, yeah. So with the 17, he's good.
Well, fuck. How are we gonna? And yeah, that's my turn. So I had nothing else I could do.
Rowan. You have the seemingly lifeless body of KDL in your arms. Let me roll. Okay.
Is he out the door yet?
He's at the door. At the door, out the door, kind of.
Visible, though.
Yes.
Rowan's going to. I kind of want to throw Grizzy's knife at him. As he's running forward.
So much for going non-lethal.
Yes, yes, yes.
There is
yes.
there's no non-lethal throwing the knife.
Rowan's gonna try to is aiming for the guy's thigh.
Sorry. Okay. So for
Try to
this, if
pommel
you
strike him.
want, I just maybe for the rule of cool, let's roll some dice to see if it's non-lethal or not. Fun fact though, never aim for the leg. There's really big veins there. They'll probably die. But
They're also one of the moving targets that are really hard to
I'm
hit.
going to say roll an attack, but I'm going to make a DC higher than
Pretty
his
high.
armor class, so whether it's lethal or non-lethal.
I would imagine he
You
probably
can still hit
yeah.
at his armor class, but whether it's lethal or non-lethal depends on how high
Okay.
you roll.
Okay, come on.
You want to roll high, but not too high. Or I guess you just want to roll high at this point. The
What?
higher you roll.
16 plus 6, 22.
Okay, 22.
He did.
Where do you want to throw it?
I guess Rowan's just gonna try to
That
just
activates.
like he's gonna go. Rowan's just gonna kind of turn and
Oh
just go,
yeah.
"Wah!" And then just kind of just throw at the guy's like back leg to kind of stop, like make him like stumble and fall, like
Okay,
keep him from
I will
walking.
declare that as non-lethal, and he limps and falls to the ground. Okay, that concludes the initiative as they have both been knocked unconscious, non-lethal.
Now that combat is out of the way, you guys see Ace in a bit of rage grab Martison by the throat and throw him on against the wall. And in anger, what the hell were you thinking? There
He
were
doesn't
innocent
understand.
lives in here. There were innocent lives in here, and you decided that without any sort of plan that you would start attacking people, not mentioning hitting Corone. I should squeeze my
He's like this.
I should squeeze my hand and crush your throat as it is right now.
He kind of leans in to like your hand and like leans closer to your face. I made my intentions very clear. And I appreciate the help. And unfortunately, nobody else got hurt. I think it worked out really well.
Rowan's gonna kind of put her on the ground gently. Somebody heal her.
You see Martison kind of look. I wouldn't do that. Let me roll another dice for her.
Why wouldn't we?
Well, it's probably best we sweep this all under the rug. They are a part of an organization that, if word got out that you participated in, all this, probably wouldn't want them on your tail.
And as he says that, Ace is even angrier. What did you just get us in part of? And he's going to start to actually, close his hands even tighter on them.
Nothing if you help me sweep it under the rug.
Rowan's gonna put his finger on her right here to see if there's a pulse.
Roll medicine check.
Briar's going to start looking around her body, seeing if there's any symbols or signets
9.
or anything.
Roll an investigation check for me. 9. It's kind of hard with all the tension in the room and your adrenaline running. You feel almost your own pulse within your finger, and it's really hard to tell if there's anything there. Sky, what'd you roll on your
22.
22. You kind of investigating, and something just on the opening of her jacket kind of catches your eye, and you kind of pull it out of the way, and you see this maroon kind of matches the color of the drab of not only the person laying in the road you had seen earlier, but also her clothes with this kind of dark red tinge to it. This hand, and then the hand has this really dark blood red main part of it, but then also has a shadow that kind of rides along the side that is kind of over her chest.
Is it a pin or is it a piece of the
This is
fabric?
like a tattoo.
Oh, okay. So cutting it off would be a little barbaric. I'm going to draw it.
Draw it. Okay. Yeah, Martison, seeing you do that. Do you recognize that?
I don't. Does
No.
anybody?
Does anybody?
Yeah, and I was gonna say, does anybody?
Yeah, does
recognize
anybody
that?
know?
Yeah, does anybody?
Does anybody?
Yeah, does
Did
anybody?
they roll?
I don't know. Let's roll history checks.
Yes.
I would say, Karun, go ahead and don't, because you probably wouldn't know anything about this.
Fair enough.
I would say, Rowan,
I
roll
would
with
not.
disadvantage. Ace, I would say, don't roll. This isn't
figured as
your.
much.
I would say between Asher. So
Asher and-
Rowan with disadvantage, Asher and Briar roll.
Okay.
I rolled
And
a
you-
natural 20 and a 14. That kind of
Do I roll
Yes.
with disadvantage? All of us?
No, you guys, you roll. You just roll straight.
16.
13 for Rowan.
History check 15 plus 5 is dirty 20.
30, 20. What did you roll, Rowan? Sorry.
That's right. You have that high
13.
intelligence, don't you, girl?
13.
Get it.
Dirty 20 and
16.
16. Was pretty high for this. But you don't know much or anything about the mark, but the thing that comes to mind is the shadowed hand. And you've heard rumors of kind of a it being a assassin organization. Criminal.
Well, I mean,
Clearly.
it sounds like we at least didn't kill innocents, but we may have made a deal with the devil.
That is the last naked guy I talked to, I think.
So tell me what's stopping us right now from me snapping your neck and telling these people that you were the one that killed all of them.
Well, I can't do that, and he kind of points at KDL's like blackened arm. And I don't have a sword, and he kind of points at the slashes on the other one. So I think we're in this together.
Marty, Ron's gonna kind of stand up away from her, and he's gonna be kind of holding his forehead. We trusted you, and you could have at least told us we would be dealing with a group such as this.
I didn't know myself until I more closely looked at their other fourth companion on the road, fifth companion. I noticed the mark then, and yes, it was disconcerting, but
Knowing
I
then
was at
would have
the
been nice.
end of
Can
my
I do an
road.
insight check to see if he's really being forthright with that? Rowan's stressing out.
Yeah.
That's a natural 19.
Natural 19.
Plus one would be dirty 20.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
He seems like he is being honest. He did not know, and you kind of seem to recall that when he did look at the body in the road, that he did move the thing, and he did have kind of like a surprise face when he had seen it. So it did seem like he found out then. He just didn't say anything when he found out.
So Briar's oh sorry, go ahead, Carl.
Well, no, you can. That's fine.
She's gonna call to Asher to come over, and she's gonna walk towards Caron and be like, the idiot has a point. I mean, there are scorch marks, and we saw the Temple of Light people outside. I really think we need to dispose of any evidence of magic if it's on her body, and if anyone sees this, just makes their case more.
With this organization, they'd probably have a bounty on their heads, but the magic.
I think we need to hide the evidence of magic. If you're a wolf, can you eat her arm, maybe?
Well, you do realize I still taste it. I would
You are
rather
asking
not.
our friend to eat a corpse.
You guys discuss. I will be right back. I apologize.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't.
If this organization is as bad as the rumors, we need to get our.
Here's the thing. We have those women. The bartender that saw us do what we did right now.
Well, if the bartender, we don't know if this organization owns this place.
We're in big trouble here. We need to. Rowan is going. Oh wait, I can't.
This organization. I'm addressing the two of you because you are the ones that actually know. Because I believe Rowan, you didn't remember anything with your role, but you two kind of remembered Asher and Briar. This organization is not something sanctioned by the kingdom. It's criminal. So, Ace, despite how I agree completely with how sudden things transpired here, and I'll glance over to Martisan, I think with our current status as being fledgling heroes, we probably would have come at odds with this group regardless. Even if the circumstances were less than ideal, I don't think we can fault Martisan for provoking us,
doing something that was inappropriate. This probably would have been appropriate in any other circumstances. But we certainly need to address whatever
we
remains here.
we
That's right.
could try to get the law involved.
Karun's
Maybe
right.
with the story, it's a risk.
It's also true.
If they're corrupt, then we are as good as dead. But
We need to do something about that magic part, right? We need to get her arm. Oh,
It's
Did maybe cut it off?
I don't want to do it, but we could do it.
actually, isn't that the one you cut off?
yeah, it would have been because she was reaching out, and Asher was just gonna go.
It's already
Mhm.
cut. It's already cut off. Then.
Mhm.
Oh.
Rowan is going. His sword's still ignited. She's probably bleeding out. Rowan's gonna cauterize her wound. Wait, before he does that, is there any candles on a table, or anything at all?
Candles on a table. Roll
What
Or
kind
like
of
candle-
MacGyver contraption are you gonna come up with here?
Well, the thing is, I don't. I don't want remnants of a sword to look like. Oh, that looks like a sword was pressed up against. Well, I mean, I guess you could heat up a sword and kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With the candle. It just took ages.
Well, take like a
I
like
know.
a like a like maybe take like a spoon or something and kind of
Yeah.
like heat it up. But yeah, Rowan's gonna cauterize her nub essentially and just keep it from bleeding. out.
Rowan, as he kind of walks, and I realize what he's doing. Be like, Rowan, if she survives, she knows who we are. We will be on the run.
Not to be grisly about it, but Asher does have a point. Trust me, I don't like it any more than you.
If we get the law involved, we might. Martison, how trusting are the guards in this town?
I do not know. I am not from here.
Well, maybe a leap of faith.
Faith might be
as
the
you
thing
say
that
this,
damns us here.
one of the accomplices, the one particularly that Ace was dealing with and knocked unconscious, and he's laying there on the ground.
Ace.
So the one that Asher's gonna go up and pull the one that Rowan that took an arrow to the knee, and then kind of drag him in and make sure he doesn't, crawl himself out when he's awake.
It's a good.
Okay, sorry, I'm rolling death saving throws.
Briar
Do you
Is-
mind getting that knife?
I'm gonna pull it out
Briar.
and hand it to Rowan.
Briar's gonna run over to the ladies. Like the
The working girls.
working
They went into
Beauties.
the cellar, so they are
Yeah.
behind the. They
Oh.
went down into the.
is the bartender out? Anybody?
He went in there.
They're all gone.
They're gone.
I wanted to ask them if they ever what they did with the people who had problems with them. I'm pretty sure that they have a place or do a thing.
Where did? Sorry. It's like, where did these
Where do you
dead
hide your
people put
bodies?
their dead people?
Please, can we make
I
use?
I don't think we should do anything with the bodies. I think we should get the law enforcement. Let them know that there was a tussle, and then
Well, Rowan,
Did you shut the door,
you-
or is the door
Who,
still
me?
open?
I
It
shut
would
the
be
door.
Asher, too, at this point.
or
Or did he not make it to the door? Did he actually open the door before the dagger hit him, or was he like making it
He
to
was
the
at
door? Okay,
Yeah.
so okay.
Kind of like in the doorway at the door, and like I said, it is those kind of like saloon style doors.
Well, Rowan, you should go to what's the other bar called? Briar
Broken Thorn.
Broken Thorn.
Mhm.
Well, if you go to the Broken Thorn, you don't need to be involved in this.
me. What do you mean? I don't need to be involved with this. I'm here.
Well, if we're going to take a leap of faith with the law,
we will need somebody probably on the outside just in case things go bad. Listen, Ron, I have a little knife. If they ask about the knife marks, I'll just say it was me and I was protecting myself.
And
perhaps.
I'll hold up the sword and be like, well, I already have blood on it.
Who's at the door?
Nobody. I don't think anybody.
No,
Not
I think
me.
I would have just dragged the body back to us, so if he wakes up, nobody will. He won't just run out the door again.
Is she unconscious, or is she dead, or like? Oh well, I guess Rowan would have to say. Never mind.
Check.
Never mind. Rowan's gonna look down at her while they're talking to him. That is a 16 plus 1, 17 medicine. I'm assuming medicine, or
As things have calmed down a good bit now, finger on her pulse, you do not feel anything.
she's gone. Artisan, she's gone.
Good. Well, we're done.
I hate to actually agree with him.
As
but
he says that, Ace is going to squeeze a little tighter.
Ace,
He kind of smiles a little bit, but then he's like,
Ace, we are all in this together at this point.
Yeah. Bad. I didn't think a bar would be a place to,
Ace, go with Rowan. You protect him, protect each other. We will.
Can't leave you guys. We're not
We
leaving
will
you
deal
guys.
with this.
I'm gonna look to Ace.
We might need you.
Ace is going to walk over to Asher and give him like a night handshake. You guys be safe and do not do anything that puts you in immediate danger. And he's going to put his arm kind of around Rowan and start to walk outside with him.
Rowan's going to follow, but reluctantly, look over his shoulder,
I know. They'll be fine. I know.
okay, let's go. And then Rowan's gonna kind
As
of rush towards
you-
the back to find a back door.
as you guys make your way towards the back, you hear as the door opens, and familiar to what you had seen coming in, there is a guard that opens the door and comes in, and he kind of looks around.
You have saved us the trouble.
And you see him kind of glance to his left behind him, kind of like looking up as if he's like following a figure. And you see a figure kind of shadowing over this guard. And the guard kind of looks at each of you, kind of gulps, and then turns around and walks away as this figure in the doorway, in kind of familiar colors, this dark red. He's kind of a massive figure, probably about 6'4" or something along those lines, and a hood, dark kind of robes, and the familiar dark maroon kind of accents along things, and he holds kind of like this long staff with a blade on the end of it that's kind of sits along his back, and you see he has this skull, like the top of a skull for a mask face over his face, and kind of tusks that kind of like hey Seth. And
We are fucked.
Saphira, I know. He has a cigar kind of hanging out of his mouth, and he kind of, with big kind of like walks in and eyes up the room.
Did Rowan and Ace get out before he saw him?
You can decide if you did or not. At this point, he is in there, and you two were about to escape. So, however you want to play that. And you see as he makes his way in, there are two other figures. One kind of walks in, kind of twirling these two kind of like batons, and you can see that they have like this kind of like red skin, again, clothes in this dark maroon accent, and these almost fiery red eyes. Looks very akin to like a red tiefling, but there doesn't seem to be any horns. Again, just like this shrouded hood, and he's twirling around these batons, and has like this demon mask, like a Oni demon. And finally, one more figure behind him, you see with this black goat skull, and kind of like you see actually two kind of elvish ears that kind of protrude through the side to the side. He has this spear with a black skull on it, and again the familiar kind of red accents.
I'm gonna say Ace and Rowan made it out, and as that's happening, they stepped out. Rowan's gonna kind of look. We need to keep overwatch. Rowan's gonna kind of point to the roof. Is there any like barrels and stuff that we can kind of climb onto, like a
Roll
porch
perception check.
shed?
Can I give her assistance on that?
Sure.
Because Ace would be helping, I imagine.
So you two have made your way out.
Yes.
Better. 5 and a 16, so 16 I'm going with. Perception plus 3, it's a 19.
There is a not a stack of crates, but there is a kind of a crate that is kind of right along the roof, but it would be some effort to get up onto the roof from that. But it would give you a little bit of a boost.
What do you think, Ace? We can climb up on the roof and kind of watch, and if they come out, we can kind of watch from the roof and see where they go.
Is there holes in the roof? Is there any way we can even see inside?
I don't know. We can try. We can keep overwatch.
All right.
I'm not leaving them. And Rowan's gonna attempt to climb up onto the roof.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you. Kind of like a lifting up your foot kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
roll me an athletics check with advantage.
Times I've used that one. I don't want to use that one. I want to use that one. It's 2. That is a 19 plus 5, so 24.
Yeah, with his assistance, easy enough. You managed to climb up on top of the roof.
I'm gonna, as soon as I get up, I'm gonna lean down and extend my arm to help Ace kind of like walk himself up.
Okay. Ace, roll me an athletics with advantage.
18 plus 4.
That'll
Yeah,
work.
so 22.
Together, you managed to climb. You're now on the roof.
Can we find? Is there any holes?
Highlight, like a skylight.
Highlight, yeah, anything of the sorts that possibly, since it's not the best area, maybe the roofing needs repair.
It's not necessarily that they're not necessary. There's one of those, I don't know what you would call it. You know how the roofs have like the flat roof and then the little perch there with a little kind of like window that you would be able to see into the room.
Okay.
Carefully and quietly, Rowan's gonna. Ace is probably gonna point that out. We're gonna. Let's kind of watch. Let's go watch. And Rowan's gonna kind of really low and watching his footsteps. Make sure they're down below. Approach the window.
Yep.
As the lead figure kind of walks into the room, he kind of walks in closer. He kind of looks around and kind of puffs on his cigar as he kind of paces around the room. He kind of points at KDL and kind of looks at you, Kurun. You see, like, can't see the facial expression, but you tell by his mannerisms and his eyes, he kind of like.
Briar is there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
Briar's right. I mean,
It do be what it look like. I mean, what do you want him to say?
Well,
I
Yes,
love
I
that
could- I could-
response.
He can make a comment of like, he's like, what are you like being like, stereotypical or something, but probably not good for him to open his mouth at this point. So he's just,
I opened my.
Bitch got cut. What do you want me to say?
Bitch got good.
it was in self-defense.
Right. Seems fair. I'm all about fair. Now, these ones. He kind of like looks at the other ones. No skin off my bones. I don't care about them. But that one was one of mine. And in light of fairness, perhaps we just make it even. And roll me a perception check.
Can we?
All of us?
Can we? Up
Yep.
here? Can we do that?
Yep.
Hear that, please?
oh god.
18.
22.
That's 12.
18 plus 4.
That's right.
Martison appears to be unconscious on the ground. You're muted.
17 for Rowan. I'm gonna point. He fell. Marty.
What did
Uh,
you?
This didn't happen that he fell. He was already on the ground. He seems to
Mhm.
be already on the ground. And
That's.
Yeah.
What did you do?
well, it's not what I did, it's what I'm going to do. In the spirit of fairness, you took one of mine, and we. And he kind of like motions at his companions, and you see the one kind of twirling the batons. Are gonna take one of yours. So who's it gonna be? Any volunteers? I guess we can do this the old-fashioned way.
Sorry, out of character. I was I thought he was alluding to he was going to take Marty and he made him unconscious, but he's
Yeah,
just
that's
unconscious,
what
and
I
he's
thought
entrusting
too.
us.
Okay, yeah. So he's not
three
picking
of
Marty.
No, it looks like
Oh.
Marty is dead right now.
No. Okay. Hello, sir, Mister. Hi. So while I'm not volunteering for the super special prize, the asshole that started all of this is actually playing dead right next to you. Him. On the floor next to you. So I volunteer him because he's a super big asshole. And we learned this the hard way, and now we are here. So I don't want to be in your clutches. No offense, I'm not really not into the whole like men aesthetic. And my friend was just having a good time playing us music, but that asshole started the problems. So
Roll me a persuasion
Him.
check.
Okay. Come on, asshole. Persuasion plus 5. No, it's perception. Fuck, what's persuasion? Plus
Right.
0.
Persuasion is charisma because we all have 0.
Yep,
charisma.
I rolled a
Most of these things.
17.
He kind of looks down at Martison's body and then looks up at you. And then he turns to the back figure, the one with the kind of goat skull. And he kind of points at Martison. You see as this one kind of walks over with the staff, bends down and puts his fingers on his pulse. He's dead. And the main figure. Well, now, he can't defend his honor. Oh, I'm supposed to trust your story in this, and that you were all innocent of taking my fine companion's life. He did this single-handedly, and then died.
No, you misunderstand. It was a chain reaction.
And well, as you see, he's dead, so you have already taken one of ours.
So he is one of yours.
During the chain reaction, yes.
You're saying
Perhaps.
that KDL struck first.
No, in fact, we're saying that perhaps I'm assuming your time is precious, but could we tell you what brought us here in the first place?
By all means.
This individual here we encountered, or Sally say, he encountered us on the road, quite stricken of any belongings, stating that someone had robbed him. After some time and travel, we came across one of what I'm assuming is one of her departed along the road, and then eventually we made it here to Lowell. Our goal was to help him get back what was stolen from him when he was left for dead. And then when we came across your KTL playing his lute, we sought to see how we might be able to get it back from her in an amiable fashion, perhaps even purchase. It seemed that she was even willing to do so, to pawn off this lute. But the recently departed individual here elected to not only attempt to reclaim the loot for himself, but also struck first. He's not part of our party of heroes, or at least he's not registered with the company of heroes, as we are.
Then what would possess you to take his side?
It was merely a matter of us being struck in an offense back. He started,
Like collateral damage.
and I will gesture to the arrow, or at least what's left of the wound of the arrow that I had taken from the one that I had downed in self-defense. We tried everything to hold back a fight, but when KTL let out a burst of flame that honestly we couldn't tell if it was focused on one individual or all of us, we had to intervene, lest our own lives be susceptible.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Is my... Oh yes, that is also a plus 0, so 16. I have no charisma. No one has charisma.
What do you think they're talking about down there, Ace?
He wants to pick one of us since we killed one of his. He wants one of us.
Marty started it without telling us.
He doesn't care.
It's not fair.
Listen to me, Rowan. If things go sideways, I need you to do something for me.
Everyone's gonna side-eye him like,
He's gonna reach into it, and there's a letter that he had wrote, and he's gonna hand it to you. If it gets to that, I will make a distraction, and you grab everyone else out.
my brother, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. Bro.
If it gets to that,
Rowan's
you
gonna
grab everyone.
He's gonna grab the letter and he's gonna shove it into his like chest piece, and he's gonna grab his hand and hold it tight. And we're just gonna. Let's wait, see how it plays out.
Roll me stealth checks.
That's a 19.
Oh, I thought that laugh was a bad laugh.
No, thank God. I rolled a 15.
It's a 12.
Oh,
All right. Wait. If I roll, can you guys see? Oh, wait, no. I have no way to show you. Wait. If
Are you
I
talking about,
roll like
like-
this, do you see this?
Let's see.
On D&D Beyond?
Let's see.
Yeah, on D&D Beyond. For a moment like this, I want transparency.
Okay.
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 You can do it in chat if you're doing a
Oh,
D20.
that's a good point. Hey,
Yeah.
chat! Roll me a...
No.
Hold on, before you do this...
No, you roll it. Don't put
You
that
roll
evil
it.
on.
You roll
Don't
it. No,
put
no,
that
no.
evil on.
Yeah.
Don't put that in
That's
chat,
not
Dan.
you.
I'm putting that in chat. No. Don't put that
No.
evil on their
Evil.
hand.
No.
All right, I will
No.
roll a d20. If it is higher than 12, you are perceived. Oh, oops. Ace, you feel as you there are kind of shifting a little bit. You feel in your foot a tile kind of slip, and you press and hold it as one of the roof tiles was starting to slip. I would really like to be on my way. And it's not usually like me to take life outside of contracts. But this is a special occasion, and this is a special compatriot of mine. How do you want to do this?
Fire is gonna look at Karan, and she's going to look at her cousin.
Asher's just gonna kind of turn a side eye and be like, "Are we?"
And she's going to step forward. We did our very best to save her. She attacked, and then the two people behind were with her. We were clearly pinned. I implore you, I understand she was special to you. but this was sincerely an act of wrong fucking place in the wrong fucking time, all because I talked to a naked guy. And now we're here. So if you really want somebody, I will go. But I think you should let us go.
No.
No, Briar. That's
It's my fault.
Briar. No.
I said hello to the naked guy.
Sky. In chat, roll me a d20.
If
This is dirty.
if he moves to her, I am going. All right,
Oh wow.
all right, all right.
All right.
Oh, wow. Welcome.
No, hold on, okay? Because I'm going down. I'm going down.
You're not.
You hear-
Wait.
Before
Wait.
You do
Rowan's gonna put his. You're not going down. Not yet.
Before we do that, what's that DM?
We need to know what the D1's for.
Yeah.
So wait.
that. He kind of towering over you, looks down at you. Fair trade.
Down.
Are you resisting?
Asher's gonna try to like
Are
rip
you, do you
her
wanna
out of
go
the
against
way.
his attack?
Rowan's going down.
No,
Rowan's
you're
going
not.
Down.
No, he's pushing. So Ace is gonna is pushing to the side, and he's going down the fucking roof. The hole. He's going down, and he's gonna land on him right now.
Yeah, Rowan's following you. Rowan's following you. Rowan's following you. You're his brother. He said he's following you. He's
I'm
following
go-
you.
To be able to react that quickly as this just happens.
Yeah,
this will
he was
happen
waiting.
first. So
He
whatever
was
this
He was-
happens,
But Ace was waiting. Ace was waiting for it to happen. Ace was waiting for it to get to the point where he was giving his friends, his family, all of the opportunity to try to talk this man out of it, and to the point where he grabs and lifts, and then he was going.
yeah, but to drop 40 feet into the room, you know what I mean? Like to drum.
Is it really
drop from
40
the-
feet? You think?
Well,
I was thinking 20 or 30, but still,
it's
that's like
about-
what?
Yeah, about 30 feet. Yeah, to just drop.
High velocity, 6 seconds. Come on, man.
So, okay, can I clarify a few things before we move forward?
Mhm.
So, we're still technically up near the stage. He's still technically by the door. Right?
We're basically right where the
No,
fight
he
happened.
walked in. Remember, he was walking in and pacing
Okay.
around the room. Like the
Okay.
other, the one with the batons is still kind of by the door.
Mhm.
Like the one that's swirling those. The other one went over to Martison and checked the body.
Okay. But I can still react to him coming at me. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, make your roll.
Oh no.
I rolled low, but he has a high modifier. It's a 16 to hit
Okay.
on the first attack.
First attack, he has one thing.
He has a yes, but he has multiple attacks. A 16 hit.
Oh no, no. If so, as we established, if it meets, it doesn't hit, right?
If it meets,
So if I cast,
If
if
it
I
meets,
cast
it
shield,
does hit. That
On an
is your
AC
armor
check.
class. It makes yes.
it hit.
It is a 22 to the second attack. That will not hit. That's a 10 to hit on the third attack.
Briar is down.
Well, you don't know that yet.
Well, you said 22 hits, right?
To hit. I haven't rolled damage yet. I
Okay,
haven't
okay,
rolled damage
okay,
yet.
okay. Oh, and something's happened with my max HP. We all know Briar's max HP is 16, yes? From the character cards, at least.
It is 16.
D&D Beyond has it down as 14.
Yeah,
whatever
D&D
reason.
Beyond isn't accurate at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna put... All right, go ahead.
All right. I'm bad at math. I want to make sure I get this right.
It's hard. Math is hard.
It is. That is 26 points of piercing damage. At this point, with everybody else reacting, roll me initiative.
No, fuckers.
That is an 8.
Would Asher be able to at least transform as like prior to as soon as he sees this happening?
I'll allow it. All right, initiatives. Karan.
Star name 8.
Briar, still just go ahead and roll me initiative. Just because you never know what happens in the course of the fight.
16.
Ace,
19 plus 120.
20 total? Just give me the total. Rowan?
20.
19.
19.
Right behind you, brother.
It's the drop down Assassin's Creed, boys. Asher.
14.
I'm not shaking.
I need to go to the bathroom so bad.
I'm shaking.
I know,
I'm
right?
shaking too.
I'm like my bladder's just like no.
Oh, resolve days.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, we're in. Oh, this is not good.
All right. First up is Ace. Get the first action here.
So I am falling down 10, 20 feet. I'm still raged. So
By this point, it definitely would have faded. There's not been damage or damage.
No, I would have been raging as all of this is happening. There's no way Ace would have not been upset.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'll allow
Okay.
it. Sometimes rage is annoying. It's like I would be raging. I'll allow
That's
it.
okay. If you
I'll
don't
give
want
you
it, that's fine.
No. I'll give you the rage. That totally makes sense to me. Like rule of cool, and it makes sense. RP wise.
So I'm. How far was the fall?
I would say 30 foot.
Okay. So is it a D6 per 10 feet, or what's the? It's a D4.
I think past a certain. I double check. I can't remember.
That one in the chat roll. I like the chat rules for the pivotal moments.
I don't.
I
It's
don't.
Well,
terrible.
you know, if-
it is
it
terribly
is-
dramatic.
Well, the thing is with things like that, it's not a true random. So it's just I mean, it can be, but
It's an algorithmic random. It's not
Yeah.
a physical random.
yeah.
Did we find out? Just go
Do
with
what?
the D4.
Yeah.
How much
So
damage?
it would be, I'd say 2d4. Or is it after a certain point? So I'd say after
It's
20.
after
20
10
foot, just
feet or
roll
something.
1d4. 1d4.
Okay, so 3. So I'll take 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
Okay. I'm going to land, and as I land, I'm going to rip off my ring, and I'm going to place it on Briar. And I'm going to activate it. I am going to look at Karun, and I'm going to say, "You get her out of here as soon as this is done. You get everyone out, and you don't look back." And I look at Asher, and you tell me if this is too much, but I'm going to be, if it's like too much talking, but I'm going to look at Asher and be like, "You drag Rowan." And that's it.
Asher's probably just looking at you and looking at him and snarling at this point.
Rowan's turn.
You're muted.
Rowan followed. Is he knocked prone? With Ace falling on him?
No, he fell on Briar and put his ring on Briar.
Oh.
Did I take damage from him falling on me?
No. You want to feel some death saves?
Rowan is just gonna land like right next to Ace and have his sword ignited. Well, I'm gonna actually have to roll for that.
Mhm.
So
I looked it up.
My heart
That
is
is a nice-
racing, dude.
that's a natural 19. So that's a
Okay,
19.
it'll ignite.
And then I'm gonna roll a D4 right for fall damage.
Yeah, I corrected myself. It actually is a D6, but D4 for now because that's what's already transpired.
Sure.
Okay, so
point of
it's
damage.
one point, and then Rowan's gonna kind of stand there with both of his swords out and the flame one ignited, just looking at the guy dead in the eye,
Holding your action to attack, or
holding my action to attack.
it is now the
Bonus action. Do I want to say
What are you trying to
something?
do?
Does Rowan want to say anything? Rowan's gonna say, "We didn't ask for any of this. We tried to help her. I cauterized her wound." And he's gonna kind of gesture to the sword on fire. "I tried to save her." And he's gonna look him dead in the eye.
At this point, it is now the one in the back rotating the batons. You see, as you jump from the ceiling, you see as he very quickly holds up the baton and then pulls himself up from it. And then he reaches up with the other baton and pulls himself up from it. And he climbs it like a ladder, these two batons, and then perches himself from there, way up, kind of like towards the high vaulted ceiling here. And you see him pull out these basically ninja stars. And he is holding his attack. You can see as he kind of holds these ninja stars in one in each hand, as he's kind of sitting there almost split style from the vault of the ceiling, probably about 20 foot plus, close to the ceiling there, holding his ninja stars ready. That will make it the lead guy's turn. Hearing both of you say this, you saying you didn't ask for this, he says, "I know, but I did." It's going to be advantage. I actually got a roll advantage. It was a 10 and then a 20.
Yeah, I knew it.
I'm going to roll the other one. That will not hit. Wait, nope. There's advantage. That will still not hit. No, it will. Dang, that's a really high plus. He... The glaive into Briar.
I'm over Briar. He'd have to hit me. I am over top
not
Briar.
necessarily that you would.
I'm literally over her.
Okay. You want to take the damage?
I'm taking all of it.
Okay. I'm gonna roll all 3 attacks then.
If he gets in that, if can I make a strength throw if it's so bad that I like am holding it on the other end from hitting her?
Let me roll the damage on the nat 21. Let me add this up separately. I'm gonna write this all down. Okay. You lucked out on that one. It's that one. All 3 attacks will... Well, 17. That was the lowest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Math, sorry. Ooh. All right, that's the rolls. Gotta add the ad stuff. Dang. All right. Wow. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
This
gonna
is
be
great.
halved either. It's magic.
It's magic? You bitch. I was just about to ask, is this glaive magical? Of course it is. It's fucking him. What a
Okay,
perfect...
for those that don't know, I used this character in his campaign.
Yes. I know everything about this
cigar
character.
was
It's
kind
the
of the
same.
giveaway.
It's not the same. He's repurposed.
Okay, good. I was about to say, I know every... And this is perfect.
Sorry. Can I just clarify something really quick?
Yes.
So when I threw shield, it failed, but technically I still threw my shield, right?
What do you mean?
Do I have to spend the
No, I would
spell?
think that would go away once you're unconscious. I don't know that.
Yeah.
Does it say it's?
But
It's only for one attack. It's a
Yeah.
reaction.
yeah, but
And then
okay. So the moment I activate an abjuration spell, I get a temporary 7 HP. So technically I'm still negative, but I wouldn't be negative as much.
That's fine. The negative doesn't
Okay.
matter unless it's negative double your HP. Or negative,
Double.
yeah, negative
Your
double
HP.
your max
Oh,
HP. So if
double.
it was if he did 32 points of damage, you would be dead.
Yeah. Once you go negative your total HP, then you are just.
Technically, before he stabbed me, on my turn, I used my ring. That would have given her 5 HP. So she is
Gives her 5 HP.
correct.
Since when?
It was, we did the same thing as. I don't want to.
Well, the
has a
spell
point.
that we said it did doesn't do necessarily any HP healing. It's more of like a restoration. Remember, that's what we discussed.
So she's stabilized.
Restoration, I don't know if that does anything for stabilization. Restoration is just like curing disease. I don't think so.
Let me look it up.
You have to look at specifically your item.
Yeah, it's conditions. It removes conditions. At this point, it's a lesser restoration, basically.
We based it off of the paladin's lay on hands. Do you remember?
I thought we had chosen lesser restoration. That's what we were discussing because we were saying because the intended use, which we haven't gotten to, but
Sure.
you know what I mean.
That's fine.
Ace, that is 51 points of piercing damage.
Okay. That's double my health.
Double your health.
That's double my health.
He's dead. He has 25 HP.
You see, as he does this, Ace over top of Briar. He stabs it through and rends it like that. And Ace slumps over. Would you like to say some last words?
Well, I would like to say something to Briar, but she need to be awake kind of thing. So how could that?
You can say it.
Go ahead, Briar. Unmute yourself. We can have a little talk real quick. It's okay. You'll be okay. You look out for them for me, will you?
You will.
He rips the glaive out of his body and swings it behind his back as the life leaves Ace over top of Briar. You see as he looks around, eyeing the wolf, eyeing Karan, now eyeing Rowan. We're done here. And he turns to walk away.
Rowan's gonna hesitate from going after him, looking at Ace, going after him, looking at Ace. Rowan's just gonna fall next to Ace. Ace. Come on. Rowan's gonna kind of get him off of Briar. Don't me. Ace. Rowan's gonna kind of shift his head. Look at me. Stay with me.
You see
Karan.
as
Nothing.
the one from the kind of towards the vault of the roof kind of swings down and then slow falls down from the ceiling as they exit. They leave.
Get Briar.
It's nothing.
Get Briar.
Yeah,
I'm
Asher's
already
gonna
healing her.
come out of wolf form and help Krun do some healing.
Oh god.
So I will throw in a cure wounds onto that.
So that will be 2. Mine is a 5 plus 4, 9.
9 for me as well.
Bro's gonna be just like grasping his clothes, my brother. Ugh. He's gonna be shaking. I didn't want to give you that letter. I didn't want to take that letter. I'll take care of it.
I'm just going to put my hand on Rowan's shoulder. As I'm still focusing on Briar. But just look and not really be able to say anything. And just shake my head.
Please. Come back.
Stop using the night bot. Stop using the night bot. This isn't fair. Do a
This
real
was a
one.
decider for me. This is a story decider for me. It was a 50-50, and I just rolled it on there.
I'm so sorry, Seth.
Asher is just gonna walk over to Martin and just kick him square in the ribs as hard as he can.
There's no
I have an
reaction.
idea.
You see the door swings open.
The front door, not the back one that
The
they
front
left
door.
through. Okay.
Front door. There's a figure standing in the doorway, kind of a dark robe, cloak. He kind of a masculine figure, hand on the hilt, looks around, and then Rowan, the eyes train on you. Rowan. And we're going to take a break. Chat. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. We're going to take a break. We will be back here at 8:40. We'll take a 15. 8:40. We will be right back.